Welcome back to She's a Hottie podcast.
Welcome back.
Because it's the first show.
She's a hottie. Where they at? Where they at? We
And
will
it
actually
is
live.
2023, you guys.
When you
So,
had a long
Happy
day, no time to play.
Happy
Wanna
New
get
Year,
back and
Happy
relax
New
and
Oh. It was supposed to make noise.
Let me see if I can do something. Yeah, I don't think them duds. All right.
my guests as we talk and eat. Go Ashley. Yeah. She's a hottie. Yeah. Now she's a hottie. It's the place.
You guys, so this is the first show of She's a Hottie podcast, you guys. And today's guest, we have a business guru, you guys. He has one of the top, if not the top, music studios in Tallahassee. He has had people like Lil Baby, Money Mayweather, Tina been up in here.
Yes, sir.
You know, R.I.P. to Young Dolph. He's been in here, you guys. And he's even had Kodak Black.
Yes, sir.
Y'all,
Yes,
the
sir.
list goes on and on, you guys. He's my web designer. He's one heck of an engineer, you guys. He can mix some music up.
Come on.
I tell you, he is the truth. He is my friend, and he is Adrian Dickey, you
What's
guys.
happening?
Yes. Woo!
What's
We
happening,
might need to
everybody?
add some claps one day. Woo! AKA AD, that's what I call him.
Yes, sir. That's my name.
So how you doing, AD?
I'm doing quite well today. You know, I appreciate you for having me for like your first show. Like that's a big honor. That's dope. Like I'm feeling good. You know.
Oh, for sure. AD, I had to get you because, well, for one, I was talking to my best friend and I was like, who's going to be my first guest? And she said, you should just do AD. You should just have him on the show.
Straight up.
And I'm like, yeah, that's real because AD, you have been there for me for so many years. He created my website for my hair salon, She's a Hottie. And he's
The logo too now.
the logo
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he has put me with connections with different people around the city. So, I mean, AD, if you want to get to know somebody in the city, it's AD.
What happening?
Yes. So, how you feeling today?
I feel good. You know, I'm looking at this food though. I ain't ate all day, right?
Right.
So I know we talking and all that, but you told me we chat and chew.
Yeah,
So
chat.
whenever I can chew, I'm kind of waiting on.
Oh, we gotta get into it. And this is where we chew and chat.
Okay.
So, you guys, today's meal is sponsored by Cooking Healthy with Ashley, you guys. We have a ribeye and salad, you guys. So, AD, you know, I don't want you to wait no longer.
All right.
I want you to go ahead and try the food.
Can I?
Can you please?
All right.
Now, see, you guys, while he trying the food, let me tell y'all a story. So, you know, today I hit him up and I said, AD, how would you like me to cook your steak? So all day I ain't hearing nothing from him because he a busy man. He be on it. So later on he said medium. So I said, golly, he got to do something. Go take some work. Which is all good because I love medium steak too, but we going to get into it.
Yeah, let me get in here and see what we're talking about. Now, the way I test my steaks is if I don't need no A1 sauce,
Okay.
then it's A1. You know
Oh,
what
it
I'm
is
saying?
medium.
That's how I go. If I don't need A1 sauce, then the steak is A1. So let's see what we got.
Scared.
It's that ribeye, y'all. Cooking with Ashley. Boom, boom.
Boo-boo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
A1. I don't need the sauce, y'all.
You heard it from the
I don't need the
best,
sauce.
y'all.
I don't need the sauce.
Now I love sauce, so.
I do too, but you got a good steak right here. Because you know, another thing you didn't mention, but see, you might not know. I'm a little cook too, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, I do a little something. You know.
Hey, what you like to cook?
I mean, a lot of. Actually, steak is one of my things I like to cook. I like to put it out there on the grill, you know, and get out there and do my thing. I think I make a mean steak, you know.
Now, you know what, AD? I did see you cook a steak one time on Facebook story. And I think you boiled it in some butter or something like that first.
Oh, yeah, I put it in butter. So, you know, when you go to the fancy steak houses, right, you know, they bring that thing out with that nice butter. And so I learned, you know, I cook my steak with simple stuff, you know what I mean? Salt, pepper, butter. But I make sure I really get that char on there. I like that outside to be really seared, right? But that inside to be, have that pink center. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me started. Yeah, I'm sound like a chef now. But yeah, so I say I like it, and the butter, man, the butter really adds something. Like I took that from the steakhouses. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, AD. Okay. So you guys, the steak recipe will be listed in the description below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, on my channel, you guys. So basically, all I did was we marinated the steak in a bag with mojo marinade, and then we added some liquid smoke to give you that grill flavor. But I cooked it inside in an indoor grill, and then all I added was pink Himalayan salt, garlic powder, onion powder, because you got to have the two together.
Right. You got to. Come on now.
And some black pepper.
Wow.
And boom.
And this is good, y'all. I'm telling you right now. I told her, I'm gonna try to be looking pretty on here eating this, but
we don't want you looking pretty. We want you to really get into it. If it wasn't for this microphone right here, I would.
Right. I'm probably smacking in it too.
That's good, because people like to hear that.
What they call that?
They call that ASMR. And mukbang.
Yeah, mukbang. Yeah, my wife tell me something about that. That's crazy.
Exactly.
You sit there and watch folks eat and just.
Exactly. It's so soothing. Like, people watch people eat, like, because they can't eat. Like, people have, like, stomach issues. Like, yeah. And they can't eat or digest their food, but they get satisfied by watching people eat.
Wow.
On YouTube.
I never knew that. That's wow.
Mm-hmm. And then the sounds are soothing, like the crunch, the smacking, and all of that. Wow. Yeah, it's a thing, y'all.
That's kind of weird, but
it is weird. It's a lot of weird stuff on the internet, though.
Actually, do you mind if I take this hat out? It's just kind of big. I'm gonna take it off right quick. I'm trying to kind of like dig in, but it's like kind of boom, boom. So I'm gonna take it off. But Happy New Year, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Man, yeah, I can kind of get in.
No. That's cool. Take the hat off, be comfortable.
Yeah.
We did our thumbnail, so that's completely fine, you guys. So, AD, I get your approval?
Yeah. I'm just going. I'm here.
Whoop, whoop. So, those who don't know, Cooking Healthy with Ashley is also my brand, you guys. So, we got a steak and salad meal. And then, it is the new year, 2023.
Yes, it is.
So we got a little bubbly.
A little bubbly.
I don't know if I'm supposed to show the brand, but we got a little, what it is.
Right.
So we gonna get into that. But yeah. So AD.
Yes.
So I just want to know, how did you fall in love with music? Cause see, when I'm around you, like you just exude music. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know that's a love of yours. How did that love start?
Man, I can remember as far as back maybe when I was about 5 years old. I used to love and listen to music first. Just a music lover. I was raised by my grandma, so growing up, she played a lot of old school music. You feel me? So I'm used to really like I always tell people, if you want to see me cut a step, if you want to see me move a little bit, you put on some of that old school. You feel me? And I can't help it. I just can't. But that's why I really got a love for music, and I used to listen to it, and I always wondered, how do they make this stuff? Like this is this is crazy how it makes you feel. Like, I want to know the science of this. I want to know, how do you do this? Because it make me feel good, make everybody else feel good. What is this?
Music does that. It puts you in a mood. Like, depending on whatever mood you're in, you can find that type of music to match that energy. Wow, AD. So what steps did you take to further your education on the music industry?
So first off, I'm from Tallahassee, right? So a lot of people don't know that, but I am from here, and the first step literally was really just trying my hand at it. I had a guy that I met, EG. Shout out to EG, Strong John Funeral Home.
But EG was a lot older than me. He had a studio at his house and in his basement, and he allowed me to come up there and kind of like mess around with the recording equipment and all that. And that's kind of where I first started learning about what this stuff is, what it does. And from there, he told me about Full Sail, which is a school in Orlando for recording arts. Excuse me. And the arts stuff, to do film, all that kind of stuff. And so I went down there, took a tour of the school, loved what I saw, and I enrolled. And I was like, yeah, I need to learn all that.
Wow. So how long did it take you to finish that?
The school, it didn't take long. It was heavily focused on just music. So it's kind of like it was a secondary school. They're a university now. But when I went, it was kind of more like a secondary school. So it was only like 2 years that I spent there. I didn't spend that like a whole 4 years and nothing like that. You know.
Okay, awesome, AD. Teaching the people, you guys. So if you're into music and you're trying to learn, you know, you might be a rapper, a singer, you might just like, you know, making beats. You might want to get into engineering. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, we giving y'all some real sound advice. Okay.
I like that. I like how you played on them words
I
right
did.
there. Did you get it?
From Goldie Sound.
Come on.
All right, you guys. So you're the owner of Goldie Sound Productions Studio.
Yes.
Okay, so I know just looking at where this has become, I remember how you started out from Tallahassee.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you changed locations, and then you had one side of the building, and then now you got two sides of the building.
Right.
Like I came here the other week and was like, oh, it's a whole nother side. I'm talking about y'all, it's laced up, it's nice, you know, it's very, very safe. They have security cameras and they got it locked up, so you don't have to worry about that. The prices are really good, and I think they're really good. And this is just the best studio in Tallahassee. I said it. You ain't gotta say it.
Hey.
I said it.
Hey. Ashley said it. Y'all
Don't
heard
shoot the messenger.
Y'all heard her. Come on now. Talk to me.
For sure. So, AD, I know you didn't, you know, a lot of people, they want a business.
Right.
And they don't know how to quite get there. So, you know, I know it was a time where you lived in Atlanta. You know, so what was your transition from the school to you going to Atlanta to this?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of things that transpired. But you know, the biggest thing was just my dream, right? I knew ultimately what I wanted to do, and ultimately what I wanted to do was, of course, be great at what I do as far as engineering, be somebody that's respected in the industry, but also have my own. You know,
Right.
When I finished Full Sail and I went to Atlanta, I was able to work at one of the most famous studios in Atlanta, one of the world-class studios called Patchwork Recording Studios.
Okay. Password recording?
Patchwork
Recording.
So I worked at Patchwork for about 4 years, and I learned a whole lot there. Like, I mean, not only, and this is the other great thing, as I was able to see a black-owned business. Patchwork is a black-owned business. It was started by Bob Whitfield. He used to play for the Atlanta Falcons. His wife was on Atlanta's Housewives. Sherry or whatever her name. I forgot. Anyways.
Okay.
But they started the studio, him and his best friend, and so it's black owned, and they're celebrating about 26 years now.
Wow.
And I mean, anybody you can think of, they've been through that studio. So I learned from the best. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You know, and so I took all of those things I learned, along with just my hustle, my grind, my belief in myself, and all that, and I started Goldie Sound. You know,
where that name come from?
The name. Now, see, you know, well, anyways, yeah, but yeah, the name. You know, a lot of people hear the name and they're like, "Oh, okay, Goldie Sound." Some people think it's the pimp. They'd be like, "Where you get that from, Goldie the pimp?" I'm like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some people think it's just like, oh, Goldie, Gold Records and all that.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's my grandmother's name.
Wow.
Yeah. Goldie.
The one that was dancing on the video for her
Yeah.
birthday?
That's my grandma. That's my guy. That's Goldie.
Shout out to grandma.
Miss Goldie. You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about? Yeah. So I got it from her. Like I told you earlier, my grandma raised me, and so, you know, for me, I always tell people I feel like my grandma saved my life, right? Because growing up, I didn't have my mother or my dad there, and she took me in, right? So it's just my way of like honoring her, and I just feel like she blessed me. This is my way of blessing her, everybody. Like, I don't know, it's something special to me. And music has always been special to me, so I put it all together, you know.
Shout out to the grandmothers. Especially our generation of grandmothers.
Come on, man.
I ain't got nothing against the different ones.
Right.
But our generation of grandmothers, shout out to them.
Real talk.
For real. I'm talking about they holds it down. Listen, grandma's gonna always keep some money.
Oh, what? What? Oh, my grandma, boy. She about that money all day now.
Grandmama's gonna keep money. And whether it's hidden under the bed or in the safe or in a jar.
And they know how much they got too. Don't try nothing.
They know how much they got. Okay? And they always, grandmama's house, that's the spot where you go to, when family, getting together, everybody want to go to grandmama's house. So shout out to the grandmothers.
Shout out.
So AD, so you was at one of the most popping studio. First of all, we gotta pour the bubbly because it's
because it is. We don't want it to get warm and all of that. It's the new year,
and we,
Let me. We don't supposed to put name. Maybe we can blood aside and get on there, but give y'all a hint.
Yeah. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far.
But let's see what we got here.
Y'all, I had to just be like, start everything right now, because, we got to have us a little bit.
So can I open this? I can open it?
For sure.
Okay. I hope it ain't been shaking or nothing, right?
I don't think so.
I hope not. So we're gonna hope that, oh my God. All right.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh, now, AD, you had an art to that.
Right, come on now. I do this now, Nah, let me just play this first.
Okay, appreciate that. It's all
I don't
good.
know if y'all know how to pour champagne and liqueur and things like that. You gotta put my grandma taught me this actually. You gotta hold the bottle down so it don't do the suds.
Oh,
yeah, that's how
okay.
You get less suds. You know what I'm saying?
That's less suds.
That's how you do it.
Okay, tilt the glass to the side, then you get
no
more.
Suds. Look at that. Come on.
Okay.
I teach you something now. You better watch.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna learn all kind of stuff on this
Come
podcast.
on.
Okay.
You know.
We're gonna move these, y'all. While he pours that up.
Boom. There we go.
Because he already say he didn't want no A1s up.
Yeah, all good. But yeah, so New Year, right?
So you guys, we're gonna make a toast. You want to make a toast, or you want me to make the toast?
No, you got it.
All right, guys. So we're gonna make a quick toast. It's a new year.
Yes.
Everything that your heart desires, I want you to just do it, like Nike. Just do it.
That.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we overthink certain things, and then you overthink yourself out of your dream. Just act on it. It's a new year. You're starting out fresh. Forget what has happened. You can only focus on what can happen. So, cheers to all my cousins out there. Hey.
Cheers. Hey. I like that.
Oh, that's good. This is my first time having
I've
this.
never had this, but this is
This
good.
pretty good.
And yeah, I like this. Excuse me, y'all. I might be picking this glass up a little more often here.
That's good. Okay, I'm the biggest boss now. You see?
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I like that.
So, AD, so you're at the studio, right?
Yes.
This is the most well-known studio in the A. Shout out to the A.
Straight up.
And so you there, like, how do you feel? Like, are you confident? Do you feel like a little fish? Or how do you feel when you're walking in there?
I did feel confident. I felt really, I felt like my dreams were beginning to unfold right in front of me. And I was very proud of that. I felt like I was supposed to be there and that, like, this is the beginning for me. One of the things I liked about being up there is they had a family atmosphere, you know what I mean? Even though it was like, I'm telling you, there's celebrity after celebrity every day walking through there. But
were you ever like shocked? Like what they say when you see a celebrity?
Starstruck?
Starstruck. Were you ever starstruck or did you?
Okay, not normally. But I was starstruck off of one person.
Okay.
And the crazy part about it, this one person, many of y'all might be like, what? Why would you be starstruck off of them? But I was, because I was really, I'm from the, the era where Cash Money was real.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big deal, right?
Right.
So.
On to it too.
So, when I was making beats, in the basement back in the day, and I used to always listen to Manny Fresh, right? Like, I liked his beats.
His beats off the chain.
I liked his beats so much when I was going to school, I bought a whole CD of nothing but his beats, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I just listened to the beats.
Okay,
and it was from the songs that he had made or whatever. And so that was the only person. I met him at Patchwork, and I was like starstruck. It's crazy, and I done work with and met a lot of people. Like I done work with Usher, I done work with Monica, I done work with a lot of people through Patchwork. But that was the only person I was starstruck by.
Wow, but to me that makes a lot of sense because Manny Fresh. I mean, come on, man. Manny Fresh done made some hits.
Come on, man.
Matter of fact, I don't even think the man get his flowers like
nah,
he should.
He does not.
He really don't.
Nah, he don't.
Manny Fresh.
They sleep. They
super sleep. You hear me? Okay. So what was that experience like when you met him?
It was dope. Like, I mean, the cool thing about the way, like I say, how Patchwork was, it was always kind of like a family. Shouts out to my homie Leslie that I brought down here for one of my In the Mix events.
Okay.
He's a 18 plus time and Grammy Award winning engineer.
Wow.
But he was real close to Manny Fresh, and that's how I met him. They were in the studio, and I was peeping in, because at the time when I first started Patchwork, I was an intern, right?
Okay.
So, when you're an intern, you kind of got to stay out of the way. At least that's how you talk. Like, don't be.
And that's why I asked you that question.
Yeah,
that's why I asked you, like, how did you feel? Was you still in that mug confident?
Yeah.
Or was you just kind of like, oh, man, this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I still was kind of like, I don't know if I want to call it confident, but I was just a little nervous, I guess, because again, I was still pretty young at this time, and I'm just seeing all this stuff. And
how old were you?
I started Patchwork at 20 years old.
Oh, you weren't playing about your life.
Yeah. Oh no, not at all. I knew exactly what I wanted to do.
That was what I was talking about.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah. So yeah, it was real early, and I was like the youngest person in there. Yeah, at the time.
Oh, okay.
But Leslie, shouts out Leslie. He let me come in the room. I got a chance to watch him actually make beats. You know what I'm saying? And that was just, again, for me, just like, wow, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I mean, that's what it's like, because it's like, with me being a hairstylist and, I'm rolling up on Kim Kimball, you know what I'm saying? And she's showing me some techniques. I'm like, wow, man, I've been watching her. And, when it's in your field like that, it means so much more.
Right, it does. It does.
So, man, you named some greats. Monica and Usher. And
my first credit on any album was Lloyd.
Lord.
Oh, yeah.
She 5'2" or 5'2"?
On the album Street Love. So if you pick up the album Street Love, they don't make CDs anymore. But if you get a chance to find a CD or whatever, and you look in the credits, you'll see Adrian Dickey in there on the song. It's called Incredible. So
Incredible.
Incredible on Street Love. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that out, Adrian. Look, why you just not telling me that?
I don't know. We sipping and we eating.
We sipping and we eating.
We chatting and chewing.
We chatting and chewing. Okay. So that's pretty great, man. So you're at the studio. You're meeting all these people. How long were you there?
Like I say, I interned for 2 years. So imagine working free for 2 years, right?
Oh man, did you have another job?
I started with another job, but
okay.
At the studio, they required us to be there literally almost all day, right? And a lot of people talk about the music business, and you don't realize what you got to really sacrifice to try to really do this at a high level. So I was there, almost 24/7. And so I had a job initially. I worked at Kroger. I worked in the produce department.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And
Okay, produce.
Yeah, you feel me? You know, come on, little produce. Yeah, take a little, little produce for you. All right, but anyway, so I worked in the produce department. But the problem was this: I would work at Patchwork, and Patchwork is Midtown, Atlanta. I would go in probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
But I wouldn't leave till 5 in the morning.
Sheesh.
And then I had to be to work by 8 in the morning. Now, the kicker to that was my job, the crow guy I decided to work at for some reason. I think probably just the only place to hire me was in Stone Mountain.
And what was the studio?
Midtown.
So that's like a 20, 30-minute drive?
Probably a little more than that.
Hold on. If we talking about Midtown.
So Midtown's kind of like downtown, basically. But so
it's like about 35, 36 minutes away, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Probably about 40 minutes from where I was working at.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm working from 3 p.m. in the day all the way to 5 in the morning. I got to be at this job by 8. And then I got to work to about 3 there, and then I got to go back to the studio.
Sheesh.
I got to do this all over like that.
Sacrifice.
So I started doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing it. But, you know, your body tends to, you get, you know, there's a lot of things with willpower and discipline and all of that, but sometimes your body's just like, look, bro, this ain't gonna work, you know?
I'm telling you.
And I started literally, as I was driving to work some days, I was going to sleep on the highway, like it was getting dangerous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I felt like, I was like, man, I gotta let one of these things go because I'm gonna kill myself trying to do all of this. And of course I let Kroger go, right?
Of course.
My only source of income, I let it go. Damn that.
Stop it.
You know,
It was on a dream.
I ain't here to work at no Kroger. You feel
Right.
me? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I let it go. And I worked at Patchwork, and in the beginning it was like I said, I wasn't making any money. I really had some tough times in the beginning, really tough. But I stuck it out. I was able to actually even get the studio manager to let me intern by night, and by day I worked the desk at the studio. So that's how I made a little money. And so I convinced him to do that, and that allowed me to be there all day and make some money.
Now listen, y'all. This is for my youngins out there. These are the steps that you make to be successful, okay? Mm-hmm. Sacrifice, putting in hard work, long hours. It's not going to always be that way, but you got to put something in to get something out. It don't just come. Now, you know, we're in the era of TikTok.
Right. Instant. Instagram.
Instant.
Yeah, you feel me?
We're in the era of that, and it's actually really great that we're in this era.
Right.
But also, too, there's nothing wrong with having some of the old ways mixed in with the new ways. Because that sacrifice is gonna work every time.
You know how I look at it? I call it the fundamentals. It's just foundational things. Fundamentals never change.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? They never change. You need those fundamental basic things to get you where you're trying to be. Now I know the world changes, everything changes, but them fundamentals, that addition, subtraction, and multiplication is always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Always gonna be there.
It's there. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of calculator they make, what kind of flying car, whatever. You know what I'm saying? 1 + 1 equals 2. Now, and when you learn that in?
I learned it in school.
But what in school? In elementary, early on.
Yeah, in kindergarten, I think.
When they call it, the old folks call it arithmetic. You know what I'm saying? The foundational things is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. And then I heard they're going to stop teaching the kids. You got kids.
I got kids, yeah.
How many kids do you have, AD?
Now, okay, so I got 4 kids. 2 are my biological, and then 2 from my wife. Actually, the oldest one, this is crazy, just over this past weekend, my stepdaughter, she's 22. She's been with her boyfriend since they was in 5th grade. And literally just this weekend, he proposed to her.
Shut your freaking mouth.
Crazy, right?
Okay, so you basically moved back to Tallahassee.
Yeah, I moved back to Tallahassee. I moved back because when I met my wife, I had my first son, right? So that's what really prompted me to, try to be an adult. And and do what was right.
Right,
Like I
for
told
sure.
you earlier, I didn't grow up with my parents, and so it was very important to me to be in my child's life, right? You know what I'm saying?
sure.
So when I had my first son, though I did not want to leave Atlanta, you know.
So how were things in Atlanta at that time? Like they were starting to look up and good and everything?
Things were good. I had Goldie sound going. I had things going, you know.
Okay.
But you know, like I said, a big change happened in my life, and I was having a kid, and
For
so
sure.
so I had to make a decision. She wasn't willing to come to Atlanta because she already had 2 kids, and she ain't, you know,
Right.
it's like, bro, I'm not finna be.
She got a clientele here because she does nails.
Right,
and,
right.
You know.
Yeah, and she moved here from where she's from, and so she was stable here. Like again, I was on the prowl. You know, this really didn't even happen on some like, you know. So it's like, hold on, bro. You know, you gonna have to show me something. I ain't gonna just be like jumping up. I got kids. I got a career. I'm doing things.
True.
So what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Sound like a smart woman.
You know.
Okay, that's great. So you established Goldie Sound in Atlanta.
Yeah, I did.
I did not know that.
I did. I actually I had 2 locations in Atlanta.
You had 2 locations?
Yeah.
In what areas? It went.
So the first one was in Chambly. I don't know if y'all know where that's at, but it's kind of like on the perimeter of Atlanta, like out of 285.
Okay.
And that's where I had my first studio. It was like I like this big old building warehouse full of a bunch of studios. Like it was this place that had like 100 studios literally in one big warehouse. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, that's dope.
It was really dope, actually. I really want to recreate the concept.
Okay.
Because it was really dope.
Yeah.
Because everybody could like collaborate with each other, and you go in somebody's room, knock on their door, see what they doing. They come to your room and all that. And I actually met a lot of people there. Like Razcast from B2K was in there one day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just going through the hallways or whatever, and he came in our room. What y'all doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's dope. So that was my first location. And then the second location I had, I was downtown by the Underground. Mm-hmm. So I had a studio down there and doing my thing. And that's about the time before I moved back to Tallahassee.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So did you just go ahead and you got rid of your things there, or did you just trust somebody to?
I ended it. I had a partner back then, but really I was the glue. I was, you know, the only thing that the partner was kind of like more financial. So once I left, it was like, you know, we're going to dissolve this thing here in Atlanta. And honestly, when I came back here, I didn't have the idea to even do a studio again.
Dang, so you was over studio.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I wasn't really over it, but I just figured, okay, I'm going back to Tallahassee. I can't do this in Tallahassee. You know, that's what I thought. Like, I was like, man, Tallahassee not going to understand this type of level of studio that I want to do and what I'm used to. I can't, it just they ain't going to understand it. That's what I thought. So initially, I didn't even try to do the studio. I did odd jobs, you know, just went back to the workforce, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you did what you had to do.
Yeah, you know, but over time, anybody knows who does music, if you ever try to stop it, it always call you back. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Anybody who listen to this, if they do music, they know what I'm talking about. It's just something that it has a hold on you. You feel me? And so over time, it started eating at me like, man, I gotta get back. I gotta. Yeah. Hey, man.
My heart in these music notes.
You know, I got to get back into this thing. That's what prompted me to get back on doing the studio. And I just did it. The way I thought about it was, worst case scenario, I have a place I can just do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if nobody gonna come in here or not, but I'm gonna open it. And like I say, worst case scenario, I got a place I can just do my thing.
So we here in Tallahassee, Florida. And we got Goldie Sound Productions, you know, owned and operated by my dog Adrian Dickey. It's off the chain. Yeah, it's off the chain.
Y'all gotta try this.
Y'all gotta try.
I can't tell your name, but
y'all better get one of these. But if y'all don't know what that was, that's the lady who did the chicken salad TikTok. You seen that?
I haven't seen that.
It's on TikTok. She be like, y'all better get one of these. It's a chicken salad. You ain't never heard of that?
Nah, I don't be on TikTok. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna go look for it. My son be on there. I'm gonna go check it out.
I mean, he know.
Yeah, he probably knows.
Hey, walk in the house and say, y'all better come get one of these. I mean, he gonna know what you talking about. Yeah, I be learning so much with TikTok. So anyway, so now we have Goldie Sound Productions.
Yes.
And your business is very successful. I'm very proud of you. I feel like I've watched you grow in your business. And every time I come here and I do business with you, we always get to connect on that business owner level, because, you know, when you talking to your friends that own businesses, it's a certain conversation.
Right.
And even though you have a studio and I have a hair salon and, you know, now a cooking, catering business as well, it all coincides.
It does.
Business is business.
It is.
You deal with some of the same things in business, you know, because when you opening up a business and you passionate about your business, and especially if you never owned one, you know, you kind of just hit or miss or going along with the flow, and
It's a lot of stuff to learn.
it's a lot of things to learn. But as you're learning, that's still your baby.
Right.
You still want to protect it so much, and sometimes it don't always go as great as it could, but years of experience teaches you. You know, so that hard work, that dedication, that sacrifice, that's good stuff, AD.
Hey, it's necessary.
It's necessary.
It's necessary.
So you had some people that you work with, you know, in the studio in Atlanta.
Right.
You know. But you don't work with some people up in Goldie Sound
Yes, sir.
in Tallahassee, Florida.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you mind shooting out some people's
Yeah,
names? I
yeah.
called out some earlier.
Right.
But, you know.
It ain't stopped now. It ain't, you know, don't get it twisted. We came on back to Tallahassee, you know.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, you know, because a lot of people be like, yeah, you know, I want to leave Tallahassee, I want to go to Atlanta, I want to go to, you know, LA or Miami, wherever, and they feel like they got to go to these bigger cities to really have a viable career. But, you know, right here at Goldie Sound in Tallahassee, some of the people you mentioned, like you say, Kodak Black, Lil Baby, we did, even some of the late great Dolph, Young Dolph. We've also had companies too. Now we don't even just do music. A lot of people think it's just artists, right? But we've we've done post production and we've done voiceovers and stuff like that for MTV, A&E, Hallmark, big stuff like that as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of the other artists. It's been a lot of people, y'all. You know, I forget sometimes, believe it or not.
That's a great problem to have.
We've had Bishop Noel Jones here, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We've had, man, who else? I forget, I'm sorry, y'all. But go on the website and look. It's this long list on there.
He forgets, he's sorry.
Yeah. Because, you know, the crazy part is that people don't understand. Like, I know a lot of people want to know, okay, like, who do you work with and what? You know, they find that exciting, and I get it. But for me, honestly, just doing this is love for me. Like that's what made me happy. It ain't even about the names for me. It's just about being able to do this and actually feed my family from doing this.
For sure.
Off a dream I had. You know what I'm saying? Taking a dream and making it a reality to where you can actually feed yourself, your family, other families. That's the biggest thing for me. And so that's why I don't really. That's what wake me up every day and keep doing this. You know what I'm saying?
So AD, you know, you're this business mogul. You know, you're this family guy. You're a husband. You're a father. You're a business owner. You're a grandson. All these things to so many people. How do you balance it all?
It's tough. You know, it's really tough. Like, so what I've learned is, like, you know, when you're trying to be successful in anything, the sacrifice is never end. You know what I mean? So even as I explained about early in my career, how I sacrificed, you know, with being an intern and all that, and I worked these long hours. I don't have to do those long hours anymore, kind of like that. And of course, because I own my own business, I can kind of make my schedule how I want to do it, and I have employees and things like that hold a lot of the weight. You know, cool. It's still tough though, because the other part about owning the business people don't realize is that if anything goes wrong or whatever happens, it's me that's called, right? So you don't really get a lot of sleep just because even if somebody's running it for you or handling things, it's your baby, like you said.
It's your baby.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you just like, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta make sure.
And so that's a lot of times. So a lot of times, I'm even if I'm home, I hate to say this, but it's real. I'm at home with my family. Sometimes I'm still working, and I'm on my laptop or I'm answering phones, and sometimes it bothers me because I'm like, dang man, I'm home. I should be with my family and doing this, and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard. So nowadays I sometimes I could be home a little bit more, but I'm still working, if that makes sense, and it's hard. But luckily, I have for the most part, a good understanding wife, to where she knows what I do, and she supports that, and she's actually stay-at-home mother now. So
Oh wow!
yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
So she's able to kind of hold that part down, so what I do with my family a lot of times when I like to take trips and create experiences, because I know with my kids growing up, it ain't enough, like everybody always say, to just be there financially. You got to spend time. It's nothing like time, right?
Right.
And it's hard trying to do all of this because everybody's pulling you in different directions. But I always, every year, multiple times out the year, I'm taking trips with them. I'm trying to create these experiences.
That's
these
so
things
important.
that they can always remember.
Yeah, that's so important to do those type of things because I didn't travel much when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Me neither. Yeah.
But when you start to travel, you start gaining new experiences, and it's really great as a kid to learn those experiences.
Right.
Like you're growing up into them.
Yeah, it brightens their horizon, and hopefully when they become an adult, their mind is more expanded to, and they feel like they can do whatever it is they want to do because they've seen more things and that type of thing. So that's my hopes, and I try to do that along with other things, of course, but it's hard though. It's hard, but we make it work.
Okay, you guys. So now we're gonna play a game called On the Subject, Off the Subject. So this game probably gonna switch up a couple times as I continue to do the podcast. I might do it one way, I might do it another way next time. Who knows? Don't nail me to the cross for that, okay?
This is good.
Oh no, right? Yeah. Oh shoot. Blooper.
Tear it up. Nah,
Please, no, definitely not. Hey, first of all, we're in Goldie Sound Productions right now,
yes,
you guys. Just in case you didn't know, so he got all the high tech mics and lights, and the man let you do podcasts here too.
Come on, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. Why would it only make sense for him to be my first guest? Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, yes sir.
So this game is called On the Subject, Off the Subject.
Okay.
Is you ready?
I think so. I don't know.
These questions are I think they're pretty easy to swallow, but as the shows progress, they're going to get a little harder, a little bit more difficult.
Okay. All right.
Okay? So you got 5 questions. Your first question is, if you won $1 million, what would you do? $1 million tax-free money.
If I won $1 million tax-free.
And first of all, the man probably already got millions already. I don't know his bank account.
I do all right.
I'm talking about an extra or, the first or the extras or whatever, What would you do with that $1 million?
Got you. I think I would, the first thing coming to my mind, so I'm going to say it because this is what's coming to my heart.
Okay.
I would really try to give back to the underserved people. I'm from the projects. A lot of people don't know that either, right? From South City, the one that they tore down.
Okay.
And I partnered with one of my homies. Shouts out to Adrian Davis. He has a nonprofit called Link Up here in Tallahassee, and he has this bus where he goes to all of the hoods around Tallahassee, and he picks up these kids in this bus, and he takes them to do things and feed them, all this kind of stuff, teaching them
man.
stuff and all of that. And they come to the studio. Like, we actually did a whole project with these kids. Made a song, video, all that great stuff. And
Amazing.
And I just see the impact of just the little things we doing, and just how important it is to help build these kids up, because they're in these underserved areas where a lot of times people look down on those people. You feel me? And they don't think that they can be anything, or they're stereotype, or they're all these the statistics of this is probably where they're gonna be in life. But what I found is those kids are super smart.
For sure.
Those kids are on point, because think about it. They gotta dang, they take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? At an early age. So, imagine the skills and the things you gotta learn to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they sharp, and so if I won $1 million, I would go back to the hood, y'all. I'm gonna go to the hood with the kids. The kids hold a special place in my heart, and whatever maybe I build a school, I don't know, something to help advance the kids. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Love that for many reasons. I mean, because the kids are our future, seriously.
Really?
And we have to be there for them a lot of times when people are going through things, it's always stemmed from childhood. But if you have a positive guidance, maybe they can steer in the correct way. The kids are our future.
Yeah, it's just it's that little difference. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. All right, second question.
Yeah.
On the subject, off the subject. Okay. If you had one wish, what would it be?
One wish.
Yeah, like to.
Man, y'all sleep on Ray J. Y'all better stop playing. Anyways. I ain't even hear the question all the way. I went straight to Ray J. But one wish about what now?
I said if you had one wish, what would it be? Just one wish. It can be anything. One, but you only get one.
Jesus Christ.
What would it be?
These are simple questions, but they ain't that simple, because I ain't never really thought of these questions, believe it or not. One wish. That's crazy. That's hard. I don't really know. One wish.
Gotta choose one.
Dang.
If I had
one wish. Dang, man. One wish. All right, let me just say, I don't even really know, y'all, but I'm gonna man. What's my wish, y'all? Man, honestly, just to keep moving, man. Just to keep, inspiring others and doing my thing, and hopefully that I can leave some type of legacy, and this don't just benefit me, but it benefit other people. I don't know. I'm simple, man.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for the next one?
Let go.
What's your dream vacation? Because, see, AD, you done been a lot of places.
I have, yeah.
AD done been a lot of places. Not just your typical Cancun, Jamaica trip.
No.
Like, he done been. So, do you have a dream place?
A dream place. You know what? I want to go. I haven't been there yet. And I want to go to Africa, man.
Me too.
Yeah.
AD, me too.
Yeah, I want to go to Africa.
When you going? You should do a birthday celebration there. I'm going to come and we going to bring everybody.
Well, that might be the birthday for this year.
Look, I'm going to celebrate my birthday too.
That might be the birthday. Because, every year I go somewhere for my birthday. I try to go as far away as I can.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to figure out this year. So, I don't know. It could be Africa. There you go.
Dang, but I already got.
Oh, you got something?
Do 24.
Do 24.
Yeah, do next year, 24.
Oh, you already got something going in. What you got going in? When's your birthday? Me and Ashley birthday couple days apart or something?
They are. Mine's the 27th, and yours is the 20. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're cancers.
We all, you know what I'm talking about?
We're cancers. So for one, cancers it's the best sign of the year.
It is. It really is.
And I'm not saying that just because I'm a cancer. No, I wouldn't do that, would I?
No, not at all. No. Come on.
I'm saying it because it's the truth. Because when you get a cancer, we're loyal.
Come on.
We're funny.
Come on.
We could be a little emotional, but that's because we care.
That's all. That's it.
We just care. We love hard.
That's it.
We're responsible.
Come on. Come on. This shh.
Cancels.
This shh. I don't know about cursing. I ain't gonna curse y'all. But yeah. I agree. I second that. I'll have a drink to that. Yes. Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah, I don't
so
know.
Africa.
Yeah, but yeah, Africa. Yeah. Take the motherland.
Now, AD, who would you like to record in your studio that hasn't been here? If it could be anybody.
Wow. Now I told y'all earlier I was old school, man, so I might have to take it back.
Okay.
You know, cause I love all the new people.
Well, I think a lot of my watchers, my viewers are gonna be
okay.
of age, the aunties, the uncles, you know what I'm saying? But we welcome you all.
Yeah. Okay, so you said somebody I could record, right?
Just anybody.
Like,
you have your choosing of anybody who can come to the studio and record. You have your pickings of anybody.
I want to go old school, but a lot of people that I really, really love, they ain't here no more. But I mean, can I still choose them, or can I have to be? You gotta be alive.
Nah, they gotta be breathing.
They gotta
be breathing. Cause that's gonna make it too like.
I got you. Okay. All right. Let me think.
They gotta be realistic because we may be speaking this into existence.
I like that. Now you talking that girl. You talking my language.
Okay.
And I believe that now.
No, and I believe that too. And I'm dead serious about that.
Oh man, well, let me think hard about this. Let me see. Wow. Man. Wow. Wow, man, that's crazy. You know who I'm gonna say? This a throwback, y'all. And I know if y'all, like you said, the listeners who they are, y'all gonna love this one. Patti LaBelle. I want Patti in here. I want Mama Patti in here. Bring me one of them pies.
Please bring one of them pies.
Come through and show us some love, Miss Patti, please.
I love. You want to know I bet you can't guess my favorite Patti LaBelle song. You can't guess it.
If only you knew. Come on, man. Y'all want me. How much I do.
This is a candle, a lighter.
Do love. Oh, girl, you almost got some vocals over there. Because I wasn't going to hit that note because I can't really hit it.
You want to go?
But you kind of, it sounded all right.
I really feel like I'm supposed to be doing something in music, honestly.
You need to do it then.
I really feel like that.
You said it earlier. What you said? You said if you, I might be getting the words wrong, but you said if you want to do something like that, right?
You just got to do it.
You just got to do it.
But AD, I be doing too much. Okay. I hope this don't sound conceited because I'm not being that way.
Right,
I'm just telling my honest truth.
Right.
I'm really great at a lot of things. So I be wanting to pursue this, that, and the third, and it be too much for me to do. It's just me.
Got you. Right.
But I did write the music to my theme song for this show.
You did, and I love it.
Did you like the lyrics?
I like the lyrics. You know.
Don't leave
me
hanging.
Come on, man. Y'all been asleep. You feel me? Hey, when I met Ashley, man, she was doing the hair and everything, and all of a sudden I'm just watching TV, and I just look up and I see something talking about cooking with Ashley on the news. I said, man, what they got? I said, Ashley, what? How the? Well, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta respect that though. You know what I mean? Because real talk, that kind of go back to what you were saying. Like, you want to do something, do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like you say. Okay, yeah, you do hair. You got the She's a Hottie salon, but you cook too. That's something else that you love to do, right. and to be able to do it, on a platform where people all over the city can watch you and that's dope, man. Like I gotta commend you on that too. Like that's dope. I love that, y'all. You know what I mean?
So you guys, I have been filming with WCTV bi-weekly for a year and 2 months, right?
Wow.
And for one, it just really hit me a couple months ago because, off of my, I used to do the salads.
Yeah.
People want me to start doing those again, but I got to try to find, I'm gonna make it work some kind of way.
Okay.
But with my consistency with the salads, a guy from my church, you probably know him, Michael Court, he does photography. Yeah. Michael Court hit me up one day and he was like, hey, they looking for chefs on WCTV, you know, are you interested? You know, he had to connect.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm thinking it's a one-time thing. So, you know, I'm like, yeah. So I said, okay, I went up there. And, you know, I'm meeting Art Myers, you know.
Right.
Art Myers been doing the news longer than I've been born. You know, I'm 37. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, you know, I've been watching him since a kid.
Right.
You know, and, you know.
Ma.
We got Lenitria Bennett, you know what I'm saying? A beautiful Lenitria Bennett. And they are all so sweet. They're a family. They're themselves. And I really love it up there. So that's what I've been doing. And it didn't hit me though, AD. And you know, other people be like, girl, you on the news. That's big. We don't see people from where I'm from doing that. You know,
Right.
They say that, but it still was, I didn't see it. I
understand exactly what you're talking about, and it's kind of hard to explain. But you know what?
It's hard to explain.
But that's the beauty. Like, that's the beauty right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, when sometimes you don't even recognize what's going on. But I think, you know, I'm a spiritual person too, and I feel like sometimes God do things, and He gives certain people these blessings because He know they can handle it. But it ain't even really. The reason you ain't probably see it because it really wasn't even probably for you to see. It's for other people to see it and to see how God works and to see the blessing that He put on your life so they can, you know, be inspired to do what they need to do. So, like, it be like, I know that might be a little deep for y'all, but, like, that's how I be.
Good. Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I be the same way about the studio. Like, people be like, man, you had such. I be like, it's just another day at the job for me. But then sometimes I reflect like, whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa, no, that actually
really was.
That was
Yeah, that really was. That's crazy. You know,
right.
So I get it. Like, you know.
When you operate in a business, it's like, you know, you could go through step by step on how you got there. Right. But some people is I believe God is in the midst of certain decisions. Some stuff you can't explain.
Right.
Certain things I can't say AD is 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Because some stuff is just favor from God and that's your purpose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just stay dedicated. If you got just have a pure heart, good heart, and work hard and stay consistent.
Key. That's key.
Take your emotions out this thing, man. You know, because in business, we was kind of talking off camera a little bit. And it's just, business is hard sometimes, you know. And sometimes a lot of the business that's hard is your connection with the people who are working with you. You know what I mean? But stay true, you know, stay consistent. And God gonna give you, you know what I'm saying, certain things and certain tools that you're gonna need to keep going.
Oh yeah.
That's the part you don't need to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My bad. Yeah.
That's the part you don't need to worry about. I hope y'all heard me.
Yeah. You did good, but I just want to make sure they really hear you, you know.
Y'all hear me? But yeah, so okay. That was that. And we've been kind of eating off camera too, so you know.
Yeah. So it might have cut to a little bit more less food, but you know.
Okay, so AD, what is your definition of success?
I like this question because actually I do have a definition for success.
Okay.
And I think success is when you have achieved what is dear to your heart. It's not measured by what outwardly. I don't measure success by outwardly things or how many things you acquire, how many accolades you get, or any of that. It's simply based to me on, you know, if you can achieve the desires of your heart. You know what I mean? And so success is different for everybody.
It really is.
Yeah.
And, you know, I asked that question because some people measure success off of money. You know what I mean?
Right.
What you got in your bank account, what you're making, like if you're making a certain number, you know, because I mean, 100,000, you know, to be make six figures, you know, that can go up, but to make six figures may be the goal. And then somebody making 7 or 8, that might be the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be their goal. So it's like, Or, like you said, like doing something in what you believe and you feel like you should be doing.
Right. Like for me, right now, when people, even though if I hear people say, that I'm successful or, all those type of things, and they may measure it differently, but personally, what I measure it as, for me, the mere fact that I could do what I love to do, make a living from it, you know what I'm saying, and provide for my family is success. Because there's a lot of people, you can have a regular job, and it's jobs where, you can make a lot of money, right?
Right.
But if you're not doing what you love to do, and you're miserable every day, or you don't have freedom, you can't, like, I have freedom too, like, which is another thing that I think money can't buy. I can get up and go and do what I want to do when I want to do it.
I love it.
I don't have to call anybody and ask, hey, can I get today off? Or can I do this? And that to me is priceless. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's success to me, that I can literally, control my own destiny. You know what I'm saying?
That's so amazing because, we were sitting here talking about how, it's so great to be able to operate your business the way you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people, they live 9 to 5.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with 9 to 5 because the world got to rotate in a certain order.
Right,
Everybody can't have their own business.
No.
Everybody not even equipped or made to do it. You
Right.
know what I mean? That's just what it is. But it feel good.
It feel good.
When
yeah.
you have it in you, because when you have it in you, it's so easy for you to sacrifice to get there. Well, when you get there to your level of success, and you can be like, you know what, today a rest day.
Right.
Today is a rest day, and that's what today gonna be.
That's what it's gonna be.
But it's harder. It's harder in business on you physically, I believe, sometimes because you might stay up 24, 48 hours doing something, working on your business. I know with me, with cooking, I'm up past 24 hours.
Wow.
Up.
Yeah.
I might take a 1-2 hour nap and I'm back on it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm catering.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm catering and then I got another day where I'm doing hair. You know what I'm saying? It's all that balance of that. But I have the luxury of being like, man, today I'm sleeping in. I'm sleeping in.
Yeah.
I'm going out of town.
Right.
This is what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like like I say, for me, it ain't even about money no more. It's about freedom. That's literally what it is. Because I watch some people who even had their own business, and they such a slave to the business, and and they work, but don't. To me, the only reason to have your own business, to me, this is me.
Okay.
It's for freedom.
It's for freedom.
You know what I'm saying? Like to allow me the freedom to do what I want to do when I want to do it. If I want to go somewhere, if I want to chill with my family, because that's one of the biggest things. You can't get working for somebody. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, there's certain people that may not be important to them. Some people, is like, I just want to have a. I was talking to. It's made a thought of mine. I was talking to my aunt one day, and my aunt has always worked for someone, right? Okay. Worked for the state, all that kind of stuff. And she asked me one day. She said, "How do you do that? Like, how do you work every day not knowing if you're gonna make $1 or like it's the unknown, right?
Cause that junk is life.
It's real now. It's real.
That junk is life. I never thought about it like that.
She asked me that, and when she asked me that, I was like, well, for me, because she was explaining for her, I gotta have a job. I know I'm getting such and such every week or a month or whatever it is. I know what I'm getting, and it's more comforting to her to know that. And I thought about it, and I said, you know what? For me, that's the scariest thing.
That's the scariest
You're right. Thing. I said that's the scariest thing for me. That I know this is all I'm gonna get.
No,
this week.
Because man in business, you might make a little bit one week.
that week. And it's like that. And I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you something. I'm glad we talk about this too, because for all those people who are in business, if you new to business or whatever, I know when you start a business, nobody starts a business thinking, you know, I ain't gonna make no money. Everybody starts, oh, I'm about to make this money. I'm finna get this and all that. And I get it, and that's great. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you the reality of this thing.
I was one of them.
There's gonna be the reality of this thing is this. It's gonna be some weeks. It's gonna be some days. It could be even months that you don't make no money.
Man, it could be years.
It could be years. It could be years.
I shop for 8 years.
It could be years,
like,
right? That you don't make no money.
Not for real.
You know what I'm saying? And it takes a certain type of person to keep going with something when you know, like, hey, man, this ain't adding up, like for real. You know, to keep going, right?
To keep going.
And so, but the good part about it is this to me, that there is no limits. It's all based on, you know, your belief, your work ethic, what you put in, right?
Right.
And I'm one of those people that I believe, if it's based on what I put in, then I just rather take that, because I know who I am, right? And I know I'm going to put in.
I'm going to punch you in the face.
You know what I'm saying?
He's on point. He's on point,
you know?
y'all. That's the answer.
Yeah.
How could you do what you do without knowing? Mm-hmm. Because you believe in you enough to know I'm going to be more than okay.
Right.
That's the key.
Yeah, that's key. And that's you know, the Bible may call it faith, right? And a lot of people say they got faith, but I'm gonna tell you what real faith is, y'all.
Talk to me.
You know, real faith is not just saying, yeah, I got faith, I know I can do it. Mm-hmm. No, when you really test it, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. When you really test it, and you still believe anyway, you believe anyhow. When you don't see nothing in sight that this gonna get better, but you still believe. That's faith.
That's faith.
And some people may even call it crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with it. That's me. There's been times where I'm literally like, I don't see no light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see no light, but I'm still believing.
That done happened to me one too many times.
You feel me?
Not seeing no light.
And I'm just like, but you know what? I know who God made me to be. I know who I am. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going.
And see, people get caught up in the image. They get caught up in the social media. They get caught up in what they think of you. You know, right. They don't know you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't had a conversation one-on-one on some just we chilling and I'm having a conversation. Mm-hmm. They're looking at, you know, your stories, what you're posting on your reels, and they think they done got you figured out.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you like this. Anybody who's really, and I know this just not only for myself, but just watching other folks that I know have created a certain level of success. What you see on the surface, you know what I mean? Again, like we said earlier, I can't even explain what it takes to run and operate your own business, like on a real level, right? Where like where you really are not only responsible for yourself, but for others. Another thing people fail to realize, everybody want to start a business, but you know, as a business owner, you get paid last.
Oh, for sure.
A business owner, a boss, writes checks.
Ooh.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
You feel what I'm saying? So unless you're ready to write some checks, you think you're finna make all this money, and people gonna be writing you checks. No, a real boss writes checks. Check. You understand what I'm saying? So I get paid last when the pay, whether I made money or not, I gotta pay these people.
That's real. You gotta pay these people that help you.
That help
keeping it going.
You know, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of weight sometimes. And sometimes you just ain't make it. Like, you ain't make the money, but
sometimes the people that's working for you don't even understand the process of that.
Right. They look at you, and we talking.
We just
but
talking.
Sometimes people count your pockets, right?
Yeah, they try to.
And they be like, oh, man, you making all this money. Well, really, am I? Yeah. You have no idea.
You have no idea.
You know what I'm saying? You have no idea. Okay, now what you see come in, we talking business, I can get deep with this thing. I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, go ahead, get deep. That's what we want. But you have income and you have expenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people will watch the income and be like, oh, man, you got it.
Oh, you got it. And why you only giving me that?
And why you only giving me that?
I could get a little more than that. I did this. And I did that.
Yeah. But you don't know about them expenses.
Them expenses.
Oh, them expenses is real, right? So, you know, all these lights, you know, the air condition, you know, every little thing to the pins in the cup that you see, I had to buy.
You had to buy. Down to the paint on the walls.
Down to the paint on the wall. You understand what I'm saying?
Down to cleaning and toiletries and refreshments. And
oh my God.
The cable.
Oh my God.
And
look, I ain't gonna say no numbers on these cameras because I don't want to buy all of them. But my expenses every month is probably killing half of y'all take home pay. Just expenses. Like, so imagine spending thousands and thousands of dollars every month on just expenses. This was going out.
AD, I can believe that because when you walk up in here, this studio is like the city. Like, I don't even feel like I'm in Atlanta. I mean, in Tallahassee. I be in Atlanta all the time. I love Atlanta. Shout out Atlanta. Ooh.
Straight up.
I'm a Georgia girl originally. But anyway, so Bainbridge. But anyway, when you walk up in here, you know, it gives me city vibes. You know, everything is so organized and neat and plush and up to date. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, it's so super safe. You don't feel like, because a lot of people go to studios and it's unsafe.
Yeah, it is very.
You know what I mean? And that's not the case here. So this is a upscale studio.
Right.
That's why I say he ain't got to say it. He believe it, but he ain't gonna say it because he don't want to be, you know. But I'm gonna say it. The best studio in Tallahassee, Florida. Goldie Sound Productions.
Hey, I appreciate that, but I you know what, it's really important again to create that type of space for people. To me, you know, like I said, it all costs. Like you know, to create that level of experience for folks. To you know, I just redesigned my lobby over there. Again, I ain't gonna say no numbers, but this is thousands of dollars just for this lobby to look. This ain't even equipment.
That ain't even what makes it go.
Yeah, it ain't even make it what go. It's just for a nice.
That's just for the comfort.
Right, like them real leather couches over there. You understand what I'm saying? Like just for you to sit on.
That's just for you to, when you walk into this establishment, you feel like you're in a upscale, nice studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just for that.
So you know, again, you got to understand when you're doing business, man. You know, it's income. There's expenses, there's gross, and then there's net, you know, and then are you actually profiting? Because sometimes you can make a lot of money, you can spend a lot of money. What's left over is the profit.
Yeah.
Did you profit? Did you make any money?
Yeah.
Because if I make $1 million, but I spend $1 million, shit, I ain't no better than the person
nothing.
I ain't no better than the person living check to check, making $1,000 a month.
Right.
Because I'm broke at the end.
I feel like we really need. Do you feel like school taught you financial literacy?
Not at all.
Not at all. And that's like one of the number one things that we need as adults. I don't recall.
I do not understand.
No financial.
I don't remember one class financial in school for me.
I don't need no to the fourth power. I don't need no division. look. Well, I do need some division. I don't need no fractions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
You might need a little fraction, but you don't need all that algebra stuff.
Algebra, and you might need a little geometry, but not for real. Depending on what you're doing.
Right.
That's specific.
Yeah. So
it's like financial literacy, and you know, knowing about your credit and debit
It's a lot, man, but it's important, you know, if you want to do a business, because all of those things is what's going to give you leverage and allow you to really build a real sustainable business.
Right.
You know, like I said earlier, you know, a lot of people, and no shots at anybody because you got to start somewhere, right? But like just having a LLC where you just register your business and all that is not enough. You know, to be, you know, to say you got a business necessarily, because it's so much more. And a lot of these things, like you said, they don't learn it in school. A lot of things I learned strictly off of trial and error. You know, which is the hard way. You know, a pastor once told me, he say, a wise man learn from another man's mistakes. A fool learn on his own.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If that ain't the realest thing, that's super real.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. Cause you know, I got a mentor. Her name is Jolanda Powell. And like I worked up under her. Like she was my teacher in cosmetology school. I was her assistant for years. And then I started working with her. And she is a mastermind when it comes to chemistry and hair color. You know, that's one of my specialties.
Right, okay.
So I learned from her because I had direct, you know what I'm saying? But she was building a business. She was coming up with these great ideas and stuff. And she had trial and errors. And she always knew I wanted my own salon. And I was like, boy, I ain't gonna do none of that. None of that. All that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And she would be teaching me like, hey, I did this, so you don't do that. You know what I mean? Right. So that's what I did. And it really helped me, you know, but you still gonna come across your own
Yeah, you're gonna
trials.
definitely cross your own trials.
Yeah.
And again, these things are necessary. They are necessary. You cannot, you know, try to dodge the trials and tribulations. You want them. You actually should embrace them.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Cause that's how you gonna learn.
That's how you gonna learn.
Like Jay-Z say, you can't learn from your successes. You can only learn from your failures.
That's it.
If you succeeding all the time, what you learning?
None.
You just, I'm the man, I'm the woman. But when you have a problem, that's when you be like, oh shoot.
Wow.
I need this kind of order. I need that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, this is my last and final question, you guys. What would you tell people to keep them motivated?
I'm gonna keep it simple, man. I mean, because let me be honest with y'all. So I think everything is mindset, right? I think everything boils down simply to mindset. I think you can create whatever life you want based on your mind. My saying I like to say is change your mind, change your life, right? And so the best piece of advice I give anybody is truly, truly believe in yourself. And whatever you believe, go for it. Like you said earlier, because you really, truly, truly, I know this from doing it myself. Whatever you want to do, you can do. You really, you know, they tell you when you're young, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And I know it sounds like a little whatever.
Little cliche.
But it's real.
But it's really real. But
real.
you know you hear that all the time from successful people.
Yeah.
And you be like, eh.
Yeah, it still goes with a lot of people's head. It's like, oh, I've been hearing this all my life.
That's not real.
But it's real. Because you attract what you put out there, right? So like if you put out there, if you confident in yourself and you believe it, if you first believe it, you can make other people believe it.
That's the key. That is the key.
Yeah. That's the key.
That's just like, let's just say you get a haircut and you don't like it and you acting like you don't like it. Everybody else gonna be paying attention to what you don't like.
Right.
But if you got a Mr. haircut, but you in that mud like, shoot, my job fresh. Everybody gonna be like, dang, it's dope.
It's dope.
That's dope. You making me believe it's dope.
And that's how simple life is.
That's how simple
you know what
life
I mean?
is.
That kind of, you know, you really, I mean, it's amazing. It's once I realized, you know, how powerful belief in that stuff is, man, I'm addicted. Like everything that I want in life, everything I've ever said I want, somehow I figured out how to make it happen.
You will figure it out.
You know, and it's simply because that thing deep down inside of me that says you can do it. I believe it.
And even the thing that's deep down inside of you that tells you believe it, it's gonna be some stuff you be like, that's gonna take you 15 steps ahead of the game out of nowhere. You know what I mean? That you didn't even expect to happen. But just your due diligence, your consistency. Because people like consistency. I don't care what kind of person you are.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. Whatever you do ain't even got to be great. But if you consistent with you going to win. Trust.
That's just like I watching, shout out to 85 South. You know, I watching 85 South and Carlos Miller was telling a story about a guy that used to rap. at like these like what you call them little new amateur nights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the dude used to be rapping and everybody used to be booing him and everything, right?
Yeah.
But he was consistent on it. And the song was like, to them it was trash.
Right.
But then over time it was like, dang.
Yeah.
But
Hey, he believed that thing so much he made them believe it. You
he
feel what I'm
made
saying?
them believe it.
You see what I'm saying?
So
That's real.
people be so caught up in what people think and how they perceive them. No,
Let me tell you.
it's what you believe in you.
Can I say something for a second?
Please.
Look, have the people. Don't be worried about what nobody think, because don't nobody know what they doing. Understand that first of all. Okay? I'm going to run that back for you. Don't be worrying about what nobody think or what they got to say, because don't nobody know what the hell they doing.
Nobody.
Okay? So what you got to remember is this. Like, whatever you believe in, again, whether nobody else, but when I started this was just me. You understand what I'm saying? This was just an idea that I had,
Right.
that I believed in.
Right.
Nobody knew what no Goldie sound was when I started this.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
They ain't know you had two of them in that lamp.
Right, they ain't know none of that. But even before that, I started it, the name Goldie Sound, I came up when I was at Full Sail.
Right.
But it was literally my bedroom. You understand what I'm saying? So, even then, these images, these thoughts that I put in my brain to believe in myself over time created this.
Right.
It's literally is nothing more than faith, believing. And of course, like you said earlier, when you believe in something, the universe, God, all those type of things start working on your behalf.
It does.
You understand? Because God told you, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get all whatever.
That's
but
real
but he told you, you know what I'm saying, that, if you believe it, like he everything is he got it for you. Everything you need, all that, he got it for you.
He does.
But you gotta believe.
You gotta believe.
You gotta believe.
Yeah.
That's necessary for God to bless you.
I can't make you believe in who you are if you don't know who you are. Like, how you can meet a person and they have so much potential and talent, and you be telling them, do this, do that. What you think about this? And you try to give people ideas, and they just
yeah, because they don't
like,
believe it. They don't even see their potential or their talent. They don't believe it. And so what ends up happening, the sad thing that ends up happening, I've seen a lot of times, those people never reach their full potential because they don't believe it. It don't matter how much you believe it.
Right. It don't matter.
No.
But I done got to a point where I'm chilled on it. Because I be like, I know everybody not really meant to be in business, but I still feel like I be wanting everybody to have something that they own.
And everybody don't have to be in business, but I think everybody needs to figure out their potential. What gift because I believe God gives us all gifts, right? And it may not be business. It could be a number of things. There's a lot of things in the world, right? It's a lot of things,
right.
But I think the key is recognizing what your gift is, believing in yourself and whatever that is. And I believe if you do that, I believe you'll be totally blessed in whatever that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We business owners. But it could be some people out there that just, maybe they like, I don't know.
Maybe they like to be the assistant,
Right.
Maybe they like to be behind the scenes.
Right.
Some people do better in behind the scenes situation. I mean, you need that.
Yeah,
because if everybody is a chief, then what?
Hey, everybody can't be a chief.
Everybody can't be a chief.
You know what I'm saying? We need some Indians, right?
We need some.
And that's how the whole world works.
That's how the world operates.
That's how the whole world works. You know what I mean? So it's cool. Like I said, my auntie, she would never be a business owner.
Right.
Because she like, that don't make sense to me.
That don't make sense.
I'm finna work for somebody.
But it make all the sense to me.
Right, but it makes sense to you. So that's fine though. Look, I ain't gonna argue with her about you need to start no business. No.
Right.
That's that's who you are.
That's who you are. And that's cool.
And that's fine.
And we love that.
Right.
Because we need that.
We need that.
So we can grow, and then the people up under us, they can grow on that level, and they can be hiring people. See, that it's a system.
Yeah, it's a system.
It's a system.
And it works like kind of what we was talking about earlier, like when I said success. Some people, success is simply, maybe I work for a great company, and I'm able to, get a great wage and live and go home at 5. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to go home because business owners, you don't ain't no clocking out, right? So ain't no clocking out.
Ain't no clocking
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, never.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But some people enjoy clocking out.
Yeah.
You right? So they can go do what they need to do on the weekend.
Right.
I don't. It's no such thing as a weekend to me. I don't even know what that is.
Oh no. I don't
But
got no
you know what I'm saying. So some people enjoy that. Some people that's success to them. You know. And I got my retirement. I got my 401k. I'm gonna retire at whatever age, and we gonna. That's it.
Business owners.
You know.
Retirement.
You know. But if you're a business owner, you know, it may be a little different. But yeah, I like it is now. Just because you're a business owner too, don't mean you don't need to have retirement fund set up. You need to do that too. And I don't want to get. I can get real deep in this, y'all. With the business stuff. Matter of fact, I got a course coming, y'all. I got something coming for y'all.
Okay, you want to let the people know?
I'm gonna let it, now. This is kind of premature.
Okay.
But I'm gonna still let y'all know because I want y'all to be looking out for it when I drop it. But I'm creating a course about business, and a whole thing, you know, mentorship, all of that about business. Now, it doesn't matter what type of business you're into. Because I'm going to be talking about the fundamentals of business, how to organize a business, how to create systems, how to, you know, manage a business, how to start a business, but not just start it, but also how to utilize the business structure for you to win. Because a lot of people know how to start a business, but they don't know how to win with a business. In America, let me tell y'all something. If you know, a lot of people get mad at Trump. They got mad at Trump, right? Because he said he ain't pay no taxes.
Right.
But I'm going to tell y'all
that.
something.
Yeah.
Did you know the only people that can not pay taxes in America are businesses? It's legal.
So, AD, in closing, is there anything that you would like the people to know about what to expect from Goldie Sound? I know that you have your the teachings about business coming, you know, into play soon. And
right.
Is there any other endeavors?
Of course. So, I mean, and that was really me talking about. It's a whole separate thing, brand that I'm kind of creating. But as far as Goldie Sound, I mean, we're gonna you know, I don't know how many people know about our In the Mix event that we do, which is an event catered to artists and anybody aspiring to be in the music business. It's a free event that we do every quarter here at the studio. We invite artists, producers, DJs, whoever, to come out for a free event. We do free drinks, we do free food. We have a live DJ that's always on deck, playing all the artists' music, producers, beats, whatever.
And don't you have, what's the guy name that comes here, the older guy?
Oh, you talking about OG Magnum?
OG Magnum be in the building.
Yeah, that's the homie. That's the homie.
Look him up. He be in the building.
Yeah, no, that's the homie right there. But yeah, we always bring a guest to these things too. And I always pull from my resources of many years of doing music and bring real reputable people. The last 2-3 people we've had have all been Grammy Award winners.
Wow.
Engineers, songwriters, all that kind of stuff. So we bring real life people that are working in the industry now, that are relevant now, doing their thing at a high level, and we do this all for free. You know what I'm saying?
And you've been doing this for a while, AD.
Yeah, I've been doing this at least about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, we consistently, you know what I mean? We've brought a lot of great people. And so we're going to continue to do that, you know, right here at the new year. It's first quarter. So we will be doing one this quarter. So be looking at, don't have a set date just yet. But I'm trying to bring some real, the next guest. Every time I do it, I just try to elevate even more with the guests that we bring. So you really want to pay attention because you just never know. I'm working on some things. And then outside of that, I mean, you know, we're gonna keep evolving. We're gonna keep going, keep building. You know, for all of your audio needs, whether it be music, voiceovers, radio spots, production, whatever it is.
That's real.
We got you. You know what I mean? We are the Tallahassee staple for you to get it done right. Get it done professionally. We're gonna create an experience for you like no other, and you're gonna love it. I can guarantee you on that.
So where can the people find you?
Okay, where can you find me? All right, so you can find us. You can find Goldie Sound. I'm gonna show y'all where to find Goldie Sound because I'm me myself. I'm kind of low key.
And we'll have it in the description as well. But.
Yeah. So you can find Goldie Sound on Instagram at Goldie Sound. That's GOLDIE SOUND on Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook, Goldie Sound Productions. You can find us at our website, www.goldiesound.com. Just Goldie Sound anywhere. Google it. You know what I mean? And everything come up. And, call us, email us, text us, DM us, whatever. We here.
Hey, you guys. So that's a wrap, you guys. We had a fabulous, fun, amazing, informative interview with the Adrian Dickey, a.k.a. AD, you guys. Goldie Sound Productions. We got this Cooking Healthy with Ashley. We're going to demolish a little later. And hey, this is She's a Hottie podcast where we chew and chat. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, you gotta blow real hard.
Oh. Yeah, that's it.
Cousin, welcome back.
What they do,
to She's a Hottie. She's a Hottie.
Where they at? Where they at?
We will actually live. Yeah. When you had a long day, no time to play. Wanna kick back and relax and see what I gotta say. Go Ashley. Yeah. She's a Hottie. Yeah. You in the place to be.